Levels of testing in software testing, a detailed view. In the previous video, we looked at an overview of levels of testing in software testing. But before we go deeper into this today, if today is your first time on this channel, kindly ensure that you click on the subscribe button. Also click on the notification bell in order to keep getting latest updates each time I drop a video like this. So today, what is the level of testing we're going to be looking at? First level of testing is the unit or component testing. Take for instance, a car has several parts, okay? The brake, the start, battery, engine, the lightnings, etc., which are testable, okay? Assume you have a car or someone close to you has a car. If you examine this car, you are going to realize that the car has several parts, okay? And all these several parts can be separately tested. For instance, the battery can be tested separately. The lightnings of the car can be tested separately to see whether they are working or not, right? When you try to start your car, is the car actually coming up, right? So you can also test that. You can also test the brake, whether it's effective or not. And also the engine, whether it is working effectively or not. So you can liken this to unit and component testing software. In software testing, we test in unit testing of the software testing. We have what we call classes, modules, right, or even programs. So this is the lowest level of testing, like I said in the review overview video. So it's the lowest level of testing and it's the first level of testing. Okay, so now all of these car parts can be examined separately to ensure they work properly as expected. Okay, so you can liken unit or component testing to testing these modules that are separately testable, right? You can liken it to testing the classes of the code that have been written or programs, right? So you can test them separately. So then again, unit testing is more like separately testable car parts, right? Unit testing is more like the separately testable car parts involving classes, objects, program, and modules, just like I said, right? So in unit testing, what you are testing, we call it unit or component testing. So what you are testing are the classes of the code being written, the objects, right? The programs, and eventually the functional modules. So the developer is usually responsible for testing here, right? And unit testing is a candidate for test automation. So what do I mean by this? The tester is not involved in unit testing because unit testing is usually done by the developer. And the reason is simple. It's simply because the unit or component test is the duty of the developer because they are the one that writes the code. So you can call unit testing, component testing like a code test, or beyond that, you can call it testing the program of the developer that is executable code, right? That can be tested by the developer after writing his code to see that, okay, this code is working effectively or this thing is functional as expected. So the developer can make correction to what he has done before he pushes it to a build and call the tester to work on it or to verify what has been done. Okay, so usually it is done on the local machine of the developer. And when I mean local machine, I mean the laptop of the developer or the workstation of the developer. That's where he develops, he test run it. So, and it is a candidate for test automation in the sense that unit testing it should be automated, should be aided with the use of an automation tool like Cypress, like Catalan, like Selenium, so that because most of the time the developer will be executing the same set of code in testing these programs, in testing its codes and classes, and even testing the functional module that is creating before pushing it to a build. Alright, so that will be all for this video, and thanks for watching.